We didn't know it until much later, until the scripts were already written, and the story had already bent itself into shape. It simply happened that I had a boy, and Samantha had a girl. 30 years after Elizabeth Montgomery's death, her daughter, Rebecca Asher, stunned Hollywood by revealing a letter her mother had written but never sent. In it, Elizabeth wrote words filled with pain and surrender. "I forgive you, Father. Perhaps I am more like you than I ever believed." Those gentle lines carried decades of heartbreaker, daughter rejected, a woman betrayed, a star who wanted magic to heal wounds that never closed. Now that the letter has finally surfaced, one haunting truth rises. Rebecca kept this hidden for 30 years. Was she scared of how deep the story went, or did she believe that the bewitched curse still lingered, touching everyone who tried to escape it? New York, winter 1951. In a quiet red brick house on East 60th Street, 18-year-old Elizabeth Montgomery stood on the edge of her future. She had secretly enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, the one place her father, Robert Montgomery, had forbidden her from entering. Robert Montgomery was powerful, respected, polished, yet at home he was cold. His word was unchallenged. Dinner meant perfect posture, and his daughter was not allowed to talk about acting. He repeated one sentence so often it felt carved into the walls: "Hollywood is no place for a decent woman." But Elizabeth's love for acting was unstoppable. Since childhood she followed her father onto sets, mesmerized by the glow of the lights. At 17 she gathered the courage to tell him she wanted to act too. His reply was sharp and final: "No, I raised a lady, not an actress." That sentence broke something inside her. She applied to acting school anyway. She left him a note that read, "I'm going to learn how to live, not how to please you." When Robert discovered her secret, he erupted. The maid said he threw the letter to the floor and crushed it under his heel while shouting, "That girl will regret ever being a Montgomery." From that day on, father and daughter barely spoke. Ironically, Robert himself gave Elizabeth her first television role on Robert Montgomery Presents. But when her name appeared on screen, he ordered the producers, "Remove that name. No one uses my name to build their career." Elizabeth sat alone that night, lit a candle, and wrote in her diary, "If he won't let me carry the Montgomery name, I'll make the world remember it anyway." She left home, worked nights, studied days, took every small part she could find. And still, Robert told friends, "That girl is no daughter of mine." Years later, when Bewitched aired in a crowded bar, someone teased Robert by saying, "Isn't that your daughter?" He quietly replied, "I don't know her." The pain of that moment stayed with Elizabeth forever. And now, with her letter finally revealed, the world sees the truth behind the magic, the heartbreak she carried, the forgiveness she tried to give, and the father she wished had loved her back.